Hello and welcome in the first video of the desert chapter. The first thing that I want to emphasize is that if you want to create realistic 3D environments, you should study real-life references. Because if I ask you to draw a desert, you will probably end up with something that looks something like this. And the main reason for that is that our brains are really good at capturing the big details, but they are really bad at noticing the smaller details. But at the same time, if they are not there, your brain will basically tell you, hey, there is something missing. And the only way to know what are the small details that form an object, it is basically by seeing real life references. I can't emphasize how important that is. So the first thing, or let's say the first step, if you want to set yourself for success, is to study some real life references. First thing is first, we have this environment, and the main feature of all of these deserts is basically the basic form. If you focus, we do have those some sort of swiggling lines that we will try to create in 3D. And also, if you can notice, there is some sort of a mountain in the background, so we might try also to recreate that. And if you focus, you will notice that there is also some sort of small waves that are on the sand. But actually, I think there is this other image, which is this one, that shows yes, the desert are somehow formed of all of these big shapes or dunes, but at the same time there is those small waves that are on the sand. And even on these small waves, there are also even smaller waves. So based on that, you can conclude that we need to create somehow 3 levels of, let's say, details. We do have the big forms, which are those swiggling waves or the big dunes. Then we do have smaller waves, and then smaller waves. Also, you will notice that there are some sort of small rocks that are distributed on the surface of the sand, so we also need to recreate that. And the final thing, it is the overall look of the shot. And that's actually mostly your self-preference and what do you actually want the shot to look like. You might try to go, for example, for more of a sunset look, like this picture, or like this one, or more of a somehow summery look with a blue sky and all of that. You can basically just pick whatever you want. For the shot that we will be creating, I went for more of a summery look with a blue sky with little bit of clouds on the sky. So yeah, in summary, here's what we will try to create. First of all, we'll try to create the big shapes of the dunes. Then we will create different levels of details like the smaller waves and the small rocks. And after we finish that, we will basically, of course, shade our desert in, let's say, a somehow realistic way. So it gives us the illusion that our desert is actually made of sand. And the last thing, of course, we will add a sky and an HDRI to lighten our scene, which be the final step. So yeah, without any further ado, let's just jump on how to create this procedural desert.